Hi, everybody. I know you don't care about me, you care about the toys. These toys, Too Many Bones, Unbreakable, and then also Carcass. I can't tell you how excited I am to get into this game and to unbox it. I really enjoy Too Many Bones. I have Too Many Bones Undertow. Chip Theory had sent that my way, and I have a review on it. And so they also sent Unbreakable and Carcass. I'm not in my normal studio because I'm away for the summer, but I still wanted to just unbox this and really hang out. That's what these unboxings are. It's been a time, and Unbreakable brightens my day just like you all brighten my day. And so I'm just so excited to get into it and see what the characters are and kind of look through the contents and just chat and have a talk and chill. If you're new to the channel, well, hey, sorry I'm being so personal and not getting right to the point, but if you stick around, well, then you and I can be personal together. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. We've got the core Too Many Bones Unbreakable. I'm sure when this paper gets ripped off, it will look better. Yeah, this is not a great lighting setup, and I apologize. Oh yeah, goodbye glare. Here we go. Damn, I'm so excited for this. I was so excited when they said that they were going to send me a copy. Let's get Carcass out of the way for now. I'm so excited I got Carcass too. They said, okay, well, we'll send you the Gearloc that we think is the zaniest. And I said, that feels on brand for me, so I accept. Let's check out the backs. Let's check out the box. The back of the cover, the back box, the breakdown of it all. The evil scientist Nobulus Grint is dead. And we might have a friend who comes in at some point. But the land of Daelor still knows no peace from his cruel machinations. A fierce war has erupted for control over the break, the massive subterranean cavern created by one of the mad inventor's experiments centuries ago. A brave group of Gearlocs has entered this underground labyrinth to bring peace to their lands and put a stop to the break's ancient power, which, left unchecked, could corrupt Daelor forever. Yes, Artie, it might get corrupted forever. Artie muted my microphone. Yes, you did. And I didn't see it happen. I'm going to put that there so you don't step on it anymore. Yeah. Um, anyway, I was just saying, I don't know when that happened, but probably early on. I'll give a full breakdown of Too Many Bones Undertow versus Unbreakable once I play through this. Maybe it'll happen just in my Unbreakable review and kind of break down the Gearlocs and their skills and what's the most fun, etc. Because I don't think you really need to start by getting everything for Too Many Bones if you're interested in the system. I really liked Undertow as a jumping in point, and so I'm hoping this provides the same sort of experience. And then it's cool because now I get to see kind of what the external Gearlocs have to offer, right? Let's give the people what they want, though, as I'm talking. So that's kind of what I was talking about. This looks exactly like the Undertow box. You're going to have your two Gearlocs, but in this one, you're going to have the lava battle mat mechanic. I'm excited. I love the art in this. I think like they're only up leveling their game. I'm excited for those two. These are Rock and Roll, the trolls. I just remember in the Kickstarter campaign, usually there's one tyrant. You'll build a deck. If you don't know Too Many Bones, you'll build like a deck of encounters, and then you will go through those encounters and then face a tyrant at the end. A tyrant who is, who kind of determines, as well, you can see the game setup, who kind of determines the types of baddies that you will be facing throughout the game too, because there are different like types of them. There'll be mechs or whatever. This looks very standard. The only thing that's going to be different in this rule book from like Undertow is the specifics related to the actual battle mat, which has that lava mechanic. But anyway, you're going to go through a whole thing. You're going to go through these encounters, and once you get to the end, or once you get enough experience points, you can then proceed to the final boss. And if you beat the final boss, you win. If you don't beat the final boss, you lose. And so it's all about in pursuit of that final boss, but as you go through, you get to level up your stats and choose the paths on the stuff that you want to happen, and then also unlock abilities. Yeah, that wasn't a good sentence at all. I got distracted. Choose the skills and choose the dice that you wish to unlock on your own personal battle mat, or up-leveling your own basic stats, which honestly is generally the way to go and is the most annoying part, because you're like, man, I just want to get all these cool abilities, but I got to level up my base stats so I stop dying all the time. Alright, so that's it for the rulebook. Yeah, sweetie. This here is the most important part, to make sure that all of the paper in here doesn't, and the cardboard in these boxes doesn't get damaged. Actually, I shouldn't be shaking that around with a cat nearby. That's not for you. Here we got our 2 decks of cards. One of them will be encounters, one won't. Then we'll have our, what can I do with one hand? I want to keep petting Artie. Oh, alright. Are you checking it out? Yeah, Artie wants to get involved too. Let's check out the cards then. I love this. This was also an undertow. It stops things from throwing around. Let's check out our card pack. Nice. We have some special encounters and we have some items, I think. One thing a lot of people like about Chip Theory's cards is that they're plastic. So you don't ever have to slay them. Oh, cool. And this gives you a little campaign to go through as well. You can do it in kind of campaign mode where you take out everything and you face all of the different baddies. Yeah. I'll go this way. You take out all the different baddies and all the different tyrants in sort of one campaign, and you kind of get to keep leveling up your stats. I haven't tried that yet. Maybe I will try that this one. And then here we have a bunch of encounters. I think these are all special encounters, which is really cool that there's so many special encounters. The special encounters are added to your deck when something happens. So you make a choice which is informed by all the other encounters. Yeah, these just always slip out of my hands. And then when they come up, you usually get good stuff. So like if you got this, you would get trove loot, which would help you down the line. They're good loot. Or you could get a persistent effect for this like first special encounter. But that's only when it comes up as you shuffle it into your deck, and then only gets shuffled into your deck when something else happens, which is kind of cool. Cool, let's check out these. These are some loot cards. I'll go through them all. You know what? I'll go through every single card if you want to see them. If you don't have this and you want to think about, hey, what's cool that's happening here? I'm not quite sure what these are. Oh, these are epilogues. These are epilogues for each of the tyrants. I won't go through those too much because those could be spoilers for like campaigns and stuff. You probably want to make that happen. This is a cool trove loot. I don't know what it means, but it looks like a nice D20. Normally the trove loot you just have like a little trigger game, but let's look through them. I'm just gonna go through them slowly as I chat about something. So if you want to pause it, you can on any of these that look interesting to you, and you can see the exact description of them. I was fine with trove loot. I never really with the trove loot like have used it, which is a bit of a shame. Like I never end up unlocking it. This is weird. That on both sides. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll figure it out. But I do just like the basic cards as well. We got a stone helmet, secret deodorant. There we go. Make sure nobody knows that you're wearing deodorant. That's the most cardinal of all Gearlocs sins. Gearlocs, as we know, have battle yo-yo. Yeah, that's Bob. Gearlocs, as we know, have a perfect musk and don't ever need deodorant. And if you use that deodorant, well, you're going to be outlawed from all of Gearloc kind. Hi, buddy. You see what I have to go through to get you all of this, all of these goodies. I'm just going to go through these quickly. I'm excited to see these when they come up. Fortune Discovery, I've seen those before in other games. Again, so just a stack load of loot cards. That's cool. Other ones, these will be the regular encounters, I suppose, and the solo encounters, and the tyrant encounters. Let's look at the regular encounters for now. A mangy beast has left me. I'm so excited to play this, though. Like, it arrived, I don't know, 4 days ago or something, maybe 5, and I didn't have the wires for my camera, and my camera's power wasn't, this top-down one wasn't working, again, because I'm not, like, in my regular spot. I don't have all of, like, my extension cords and, like, my setup, and so I had to wait, and honestly, it's been tantalizing me. I've been so upset that I've had to wait about looking at these characters. So these are all the encounters. I'm not going to show you the encounters. I'm just going to show you the sort of general look at them, and we can see the count of them. So the general encounters make up the main deck, so you want the most of those. Not again. Oh, I don't know what that one means. Everything is turned to black. You've been lured into an ambush. Well, that's great. I hope I don't get that one. And so you put all of these general ones in there, and then if you're playing solo, which I intend to do one with each character before I review it, because I don't know if I'm going to have people to play this with currently, and I want to get this to the table. You get a bunch of these solo encounters too that you can throw in, which only work if you're playing as a solo gamer, which I like. I like a lot. I think that's cool that they provide so much solo support. I think that's really neat. And then finally, we've got the encounters, the tyrant encounters. And you can hear, that's why you come to the room and board ASMR on, oh God, that was so loud. It's knocked everything over. Yeah, that's why you come to the ASMR. Tap, tap, tap. Feel everything happening to you. As things are happening to me as I'm looking at these tyrant encounters. So you'll shuffle these in also to the main deck, depending upon which tyrant you're facing. And see, it says Nexus at the bottom there. It says Rock and Roll at the bottom there. That's how you know. And then these are how you can kind of randomize the people who you're facing. We have Cinder, we have Gavin Cog, we have Nexus. This is also with Nexus. We have Rock and Roll, and we have Domina. What's up? And then you can also see down below, you can see the types of baddies that you will be putting in. The day counter, because you don't actually need a big old map that they've tried to sell you. It's just one chip. And then you have this card because it's cool. Because why not? It's cool. Those can go back in there. I'll sort those later. What? There's no room to sleeve them? Yeah, if you're sleeving Chip Theory game cards, you have a problem. You have a serious problem, and I can't help you. Awesome. Okay, let's get all this stuff out. So we have just the regular health chips. We don't really need to open these. In here, you're gonna have your health chips, and then you're also gonna have these, which you put under the baddies to indicate which baddie they are and which initiative dice they refer to. Speaking of initiative dice, over here we have them. See right here, boom, 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 and then up there too. I don't know what that little token is, but that seems cool. I like little chips that are coming out. Oh, that's weird. That's Gale's chip. I guess Gale gets a couple of extra tokens, and so it starts in there. It just doesn't fit. It's too full. It doesn't bode well for me wanting to fit Carcass in this one. Yeah, maybe it's just too full that Gale's chip can't fit in there. Seems like it might be too full. So I had to stick Gale there. And then you have kind of like your status effect dice. Chip Theory always has all these custom dice. Like these could be tokens, because it's like, hey, put a poison token on someone. Well, instead you put a poison dice on them, because Chip Theory love their dice. These are your sort of unlocking, lockpicking cards. And I don't know what these are, but they look cool. Obviously, like everything Chip Theory, they're just super stupid premium. But I do love these friggin' trays, right? Like, this is how you design a game. If you're dealing with lots of dice and you don't want to be annoying, that's how you do it. Over here, we have more dice. These will be all sort of the custom dice for Gale and Figment. All these are kind of your base stat dice, is how it works. And then these are all the different dice that you are going to get to slot in to one of their little mouse pad mats over here, which I'll pull out in a second. Or I'll pull out right now, because we don't really need to see those dice to understand what they are. We'll get some more ASMR. Well packaged. I mean, I'm not surprised. You know, some people are like, "Oh, let's see if it holds up." It's well packaged. Although, like, I never feel, and I've never felt this, and I don't know if I'll ever feel this, that like these mats. Oh wow, this is the lava mat. Cool. So this one has just a bunch of holes in it, because that's what those lava tokens are going to be. Guaranteed, they're all going to be face down, and you're going to be flipping them up and out. That's kind of cool. I would be fine if this wasn't a mouse pad, though. You know, or a neoprene mat, or whatever you want to call it. I call it a mouse pad because it's basically that. Here we've got Figments, though. Nice printing. Actually, it's hard to print stuff on this material, and I feel like this is clearer than other stuff. What about you, Artie? What do you think? Yeah, Artie agrees. Artie agrees. It's clearer. So that's cool. Put that up there. And then we have Gale as well, which is kind of neat. I know in Gale I was watching a playthrough or something that... you're fine. I'm playing with my toys. Cool, yeah, the printing actually looks maybe better than Undertow. I'll have to compare when I get back to Undertow, but it feels like really crisp and clean, which I haven't noticed. I feel like in Burn Cycle maybe it wasn't as crisp and clean, especially on some of like the rooms, And so that's delightful to see. Let's get these help and reference sheets out of their packaging. Boom, boom, boom. We got 2 help and reference sheets, Gale and Figment. This will tell you everything you need to know about the 2, Gale and Figment right there, which is pretty dope. I'm so excited to see what these Gearlocs have to offer. Ah, I've wanted more Gearlocs for a little bit just because I'm an addict, really, is the reason. That's the reason. And then this is the standard sort of adventuring guide and some encounter. Like this is in each one because this is another sort of quick rules sheet, which is great, always great to have. And then over here, is this a full one? Oh, I hope this is a full one. Because what was really annoying in Undertow is that, well, I guess it wasn't that annoying in Undertow. It was annoying in the Automaton of Shale because I only had Undertow. And then I was playing through this thing and said, yeah, look at this keyword. And then I didn't actually have a reference of what those keywords are. So I feel like all of these here, like there's so many compared to the other one. I feel like this might be a comprehensive one. And if so, great job, Chip Theory. You need one reference sheet to consolidate everything. And that would be fantastic. I'm going to look a little bit at Gale and Figment's like critical details. So what I really like about Chip Theory is that they give a little strategy guide here. Cool. A few of Figment's skills allow him to change the spot of his or another's initiative die in the initiative meter. Cool. So you can help go first, which is huge. Like if you need to act before a baddie acts so you can kill them and they don't need to move, then that's pretty great. This means that some units may not get a turn in that same round, or they may get 2 turns. Girl, like if you can teleport, you're phase shifting with time. That's cool. Also changing the counter of the round counter die. Cool, so you can push it to the everyone takes damage round. That's neat. Staff Wielder. The skills in this profession trigger at the start of each round to grant an effect without exhausting the die. That's good. Because often a lot of the dies that you get are specific. Sit on my lap and be quiet, or you can go away. You've chosen chaos. Staff Wielder. Oh, yeah, so this gets me excited. Skills in this profession trigger at the start of each round without exhausting the die because a lot of the dies are one time for the round. Each of these skills has a number which corresponds to a round number. If it's the start of the round that matches the number of the skill, an even stronger effect takes place but exhausts the die. Oh, dang, because I was thinking, okay, well then you shift it always back to that same round so that your super powerful effect could take place, but I guess they don't want you cheesing the system like that. Cool. Theoretician. The skill dice in Figment's Theoretician line are also placed in his own lock slots, again corresponding with the round. And then Phantom, you can get allies, great. And they can't get status effects or lava damage or fatigue. Cool, time is always on my side, that's what Figment says. Let's check out Gale. Not too much to worry about for Gale. I'm more machine now than Gearloc, which is pretty rad. Unlocking major skill dice. Gale's Gust Rockets, Macro Neutral Implant, and Arm Cannon are all major skills, which are marked with a thing on her Gearloc mat, right? These little things, bloop, bloop, bloop. And if you want to get those major skills, you need to do the Mechanic Protocol backup plan. Wow, cool. Auto Restore. When Gale rolls her major skill dice, she may place them in her locked slots instead of her active slots. A major skill dice in a locked slot lasts the entire adventure. The entire adventure? Not even the round? Oh yeah, no, the entire adventure, like the whole card. I thought it maybe meant the entire like campaign, but I don't think it's that. And then enhancing skills. While in your active slots, major skill dice unlock powerful new abilities for Gale and apply additional enhancements to the other skills. So you actually want to like not be good at the beginning. That's interesting. So the difficulty for Figment as solo is a 3 versus co-op is a 2. And then difficulty for Gale, co-op is a 1, solo is a 3. Yeah, so they're both solo 3 difficulty. That's neat. Cool. Let's take a look at the baddies, because I think that'll be cool. These are not the baddies. Well, these are some of the baddies, but these are also the lava chips, which look really neat. Let's get this one going. Cool. All right. Oh, yeah. These lava chips are hefty, and that's fun because they're going to all go. Yeah, let's give that a... Oh, beautiful sound. And they're going to all go in this, in this battle map. This is going to be part of the setup, part of every game. I don't know how to feel. I guess, like, I was like, oh, maybe you're losing baddies if you do it this way, right? And I bet this setup's going to tell you where the lava is bursting out of, but if you're on them, you'll take lava damage. Seems like a dangerous place to be. I just wanted to slide these around and see if this is annoying, but it's not. I'm intrigued. I don't know if the flipping will be annoying to me, but probably not. They actually feel pretty easy to flip, you know? Because sometimes you're like, this is cool. Oh yeah, these are the Cinder, Tyrant, Stab, Skewer, Shiv. Oh, these all belong to Domina, you can see. Domina has all of those. You get Rock and Roll. This one doesn't have a back though. This is Great Gavin Rog. And so it's got two. Oh, can also get their innate Mimic and Backup Plan. And then they can activate. Oh, cool. So they'll switch as you play through. That's cool. And then Cinder, cool. So those are all kind of our main minions. Yeah, I was going to say, like, you can see that takes up like a whole row. You just get your Tyrants and you get those lava chips. And I was thinking, well, are we losing content here? Because in Undertow, we had the same amount of stuff. But in Undertow, there was one Tyrant that had like 8 arms. So it probably works out in terms of baddie count. But I'd be interested. I'd be interested to look back. But I bet it works out because I doubt Chip Theory would have done that. All right, here's some baddies I'm excited to look at. Failed Tyrant. This is a 20-point baddie. Ooh. Bridge Troll. A 1-point baddie. Oh, we go from 20 to 1. Interesting. I honestly, I never really end up facing the 20-pointers, eh? Oh, that's why. They put the just 20-pointers on the end, so if you look at them, you get to go, oh yeah, that's cool. Only 5 points. I bet, are you 20-point then too? No, it's a 1. You just flipped around to indicate the end of the 5s. Yeah, probably. See the other ones that we have over here too. What I thought was really cool about the Elder Scrolls when I did the demo for the Elder Scrolls, also by Chip Theory. See, I don't know why my day counter's got to be this thick. Let me just stop it sliding. It's a bit thicker than normal. Just so that you can't fit Gale into the row. That's the reason. That's funny. Figment, and maybe this is the phase token. Oh yeah, the phase token that's running around and getting hit. Because you're phasing in and out. That's kind of cool. We have more 1-point baddies. Let's see where our stack gets us. There's another 20-pointer. An odd way to organize everything. Another 20-pointer. Some more 5-pointers. A 1-pointer. It's an Orc Scavenger. Okay, maybe it has to do with rock and rolls. Because there's another rock and rolls. There's rock. There's more Cinder Nexus Tyrants, rather. So they can just go back into the other slot. And then 2 5s. It's a weird way of organizing. But, you know, what can you do? Another 2 5s that are flipped, and then a 20. No 10-point baddies. Is that normal? I think it might be normal. But you get a whole chunk. Right, you get all your 1-pointers. I'll just go through them quickly. Lots of like orcs and undergrounds and trolls, right? That's what it seems to be the theme here. And then this, well, oh, those were some hammer people, and these are some mushroom green people. Poisonous creatures. Cool. And then some bats. Oh, yeah. The flame bats, the lava bats. Those sound horrifying to me. Cool. Well, more stuff flipped around for probably no reason. Oh, and then we have the regular fighters. You see the blue fighter thing down there. We got some fighters. Those are the ones. These are the 5s. We have the vampire bats, flame soak 2, flight, smoke screen, the doomed experiment. It's just a Bunsen burner with shoes on. It's funny. Tainted Gearloc. Oh no, don't do that. Oh, another 20. Look at that. This Graft Beast. That's cool. Troglodyte Seer. Troglodyte Scurrier. Troglodyte Whisperer. Gearloc. Gearloc. You know, I was trying to think about what the funniest thing would, but they're already beating me to it. Boglodite. And Goblodite. And Troglodite. Okay. It's like you read my mind, Chip Theory, that I wanted to just start. I wanted everything to end in Lodite, and you did it. And I'm very proud of you. The Orc Watchman, Lodite. Orc Bruiser. Orc Duelist. Sorry. Orc Duelist. Let's actually put these over here. I don't need to just paw them in my hand. Orc Duelist. Troll Cave Meister. Cool. Moss Man. My nickname in high school. Frogman is my actual nickname in high school. And Giant Centipede, just kidding, that's my real nickname in high school. And then we have our little 20s. A failed tyrant. Yeah, that's why you're just a 20-point baddie. Deep Troglodyte. Thank you very much. Give me more troglodytes, please. Troll Cannibal. Well, I guess it's the evolution of all these sorts of orcs that we're dealing with. Orc Underlord. Troll Rampager. That's cool. Reach Thickskin too. Yeah, like these are hard, scary people. Is that it? Where'd all my chips go? Oh, I'm forgetting. Literally, I was like, oh, where are all the chips? Exactly, because they're down on the board, the lava ones. Shabam! Putting it away. Putting on the Ritz. I kind of wish the outside of this was a different color, you know what I mean? Like, it is a slightly different color, but this could be more readable for me. I know it's still the oak and ash and whatever, but you don't see it when it's down, right? Like, you kind of see it, but, like, not really. And so I kind of wish it was, like, a red, you know, to really highlight all the other stuff. Figment out and putting that there. I guess 2 more. We're so close. It was so close to making organizational sense. And then we just decided it wouldn't. Rock and roll. You've been relegated for the sake of my sanity. And Gale will be somewhere. Alright. So that's the contents of the box. Honestly, like, still super excited. Pretty easy to put away. I'm not going to actually put this away, all of it yet, because I want to see if Carcass can fit in this main box, to see if you can get 1 Gearloc in there. We already know. We have a little bit of space. I mean, I guess Carcass is going to come with their own dice tray, so then it probably won't fit. But if you could amalgamate the dice trays, you would have some space through this, right? What I could do is take some of these dice, put it over here, and then use this half to put Carcass in, is probably what I'll end up doing. I'll do that quickly, and then I'll show you if it works or not, so you can know too, if you're buying this, that that's a possibility or not. Often what I'll do, what I did with the other one, because I got more, these are just the health chips, they're good, you don't need premium, because I got more stuff with the Automaton of Shale, and I incorporated that fine into Undertow. I really did. And so let's get Carcass out here and start unwrapping you, buddy. Yes, buddy. So there is a way to, like, keep it all in one box. I found that my card decks were a little bursting, but what I did is I just kind of took out like red chips and I threw them in the bottom of the box somewhere, right? I still wanted to hold on to them, but you don't ever really need all of them anyway. And I was like, that's space that I can use to consolidate. So let's see, Carcass the survivalist. I know he eats dead people. Baddies are on the menu. Carcass the survivalist Gearloc is never one to let an enemy go to waste. If he collects a baddie, you can be sure he'll salvage every piece of it with recipes that transform his fallen foes into buffs and heals for himself and his party. That's so funny that he's just cooking. He's cooking up the baddie corpses, whether picking up his fallen foes on the battlefield or salvaging fresh meat directly from the stacks. He'll never have to look at a baddie the same way again after playing with Carcass. 1 character mat, 16 skill dice, 4 stat dice, okay, 1 initiative dice, cool, don't care. 1 Gearloc chip, recipe cards, reference sheet, dice storage tray, and cookbook. And the cookbook, awesome. So let's see. I've actually never opened one of these packs before. Cooking with Carcass. Dinners. Are you kidding me? This is a real cookbook. This is actually a real cookbook. I thought it was gonna have some gameplay implications, but it's just a cookbook. Zelfree root hot pot, 3/4 cup of lentils, half a green pepper, half a red pepper, whatever other vegetables you want to add. This is legitimately just a cookbook with soups and stews, snacks and sides, dinners and desserts. This is so funny. Snacks and sides. You get some friggin' pickled eggs. Deep wood campfire bread. You can make your own bread. That's sweet. Dinners, getting that edible fungi. You know who's an edible fungi or likes eating edibles and is a fun guy? Carcass. Troll brew pot roast. This is so funny. Lettuce wrap bog meat. You can substitute with any ground or sliced meat you have on hand. It's okay. This is, yeah, I love this. I absolutely love this. It's like, I always find with chip theory, they like to do these really weird, like just funny things. And they're just like, let's do it. Let's do it because it's weird. Let's make a pop-up book adventure just cuz. Let's like add a riddle, a secret riddle to each one of our boxes of Too Many Bones that if you solve them, we'll send you free stuff, right? Like the fun that they have with building out the world, I think is really spectacular. Banana chocolate chip bread, yeah, I could go for that. I love banana chocolate chip bread. Too many scones. You can't have too many bones without too many scones. Appleberry crumble. Oh, nice. And then the credits of who submitted the recipes. So funny. Oh, so funny. I love that. All right. This is nice so your stuff doesn't slide around all the time. Oh, yeah. I even love the color of Carcass too, right? Like, this is friggin' great. Let's see. Well, I'll do that after. I'll do my consolidation after, and I'll show you how it works. Again, more silica gel for Artie to not eat. You've got Carcass's battle mat. Boom. That's what it looks like. Starts with 4 health, 3, 2, and 1. That's pretty much everybody's starting with, eh? Yeah. Into the container you go. Plus his recipe cards. Cool. So you got a canned baddie, a pan-seared baddie, a troll brew baddie, troll brewed battered baddie, a stewed baddie. That's all you get to see, I guess. I guess that's all you get to see. Mixing boxing is incredibly difficult. Dude, honey glazed. That's so funny. Caramelized, pocket crusted, and just gross food. Cool. I love this. I think this is so funny. I can't wait to play as him. Let's look at his stuff. Meat hooks, troll call, fast food, culinary studies. As we look through all of his cool stats, again, you can pause that if you want. Some supplies. Okay, and then let's see how he makes some stuff. It'll see. Meat hooks. You start the game with your meat hooks set to 1. This represents how many baddies you can keep on the meat hooks at all times. Cool, and so baddies on the meat hooks are kept in the prep area. Then you can choose to put on the meat hooks. If you have ever more baddies in your prep area than the meat hooks die allows, you have to discard baddies. So that's how you get all of those delicious recipes, because you're literally carrying them all around the battlefield. That's so funny. Supplies, you also start the game with supplies set to 0. Okay, so you don't start with supplies. At any time during the recovery phase, you can increase your supplies by 1 by discarding any non-dish loot. Okay, supplies can also be increased by scavenge, so you're getting supplies. And then chef profession, yes. The chef profession uses a deck of recipe cards. During game setup, take the recipe deck, remove the gross food card, and shuffle the rest. Set this deck face down. Recipes can be learned through your chef progression dice. Designated place to keep all your learned recipes. So you learn your recipes throughout the game. That's funny. And then during the recovery phase, so it's recovery phase as well, you can cook any number of learned recipes using baddies from your meat hooks. And then gross food is drawn as a result on some chef profession skill dice. Cool. Artie desperately wants a carcass right now, as I'm sure you're seeing. It's almost time for some lunch. This is time for some lunch for me. I haven't eaten anything either. I gotta do that too. Cool. And then defeated baddies. Then your backup plan requires you to keep track of which baddies have been defeated in the current battle. So body harvest, add a 3-point or less baddie from the current battle's defeated stack to the meat hooks. Okay, so you can only really harvest 1-point baddies in Unbreakable, right? There are 3-point baddies in the other games, but there weren't any that we went through. Cool. And I love, oh yeah, at the top, 5-point baddie. Awesome. And so I'm sure these recipes are going to be like, or equal to the defense stat of the cooked baddie, right? Equal to the HP stat of the cooked baddie. And that's why the level of baddie is important, isn't it? Isn't it, honey? Cool. So that's Carcass. I'm really excited to check him out. Now I'm going to see if I can consolidate this all into one box. I'll do that, and then I'll cut in a second so you don't have to sit through me doing it. Cool. That's going to work out really nicely. So doing it this way, I lose 3 red chips, but who cares? Because I'm very happy with what has just transpired. I shall show you. So what I'm going to do, how I'm going to box this up, I have an extra dice tray, which is nice. I'm going to keep that with the Carcass box. That's going to go away. And then we have this basic area where you have Honestly, this stuff should be on the top, really. Ugh, I hate, with all these holes, I hate how flimsy it is. The Carcass's sheet is going to go down there, and just for now, these are going to go here, even though I feel like I want them on the top of the spot. Now, here's the best part. I'm going to take these 2 extra chips, and I'm just going to throw them in there for now. But here, I took the lava tokens, and I separated them because I'm annoyed by the color. So I just separated them into the separate tray, and then I've added in both Carcass and Gale's tokens right here. I might also take this out and add Figment in, but I think I'm happy with that right now. And then over here, we have just how it was set up. We have the 1-point baddies, the tyrants, and some extra health chips, and 20-point, and that kind of separates it into 2 different areas as well. But yeah, I really like this a lot more in terms of setup, because then also if you've got another tray, potentially you can put that on another side and people can reach their own health chips that way. So we just put it like that, and look, they're on top of some health chips, and it's completely fine. And then for dice trays, as you see I'm putting this in right now, this was the empty, kind of half-empty one with the battle dice, and so I just put Carcass's dice all in there, and then I put Carcass's extra dice, his initiative dice, in here. I could probably rearrange these, especially because I don't know what those do yet, and then added the extra dice there, and then you have all of Gale's tokens there, which fit actually quite nicely. So that can stay. Then for recipe cards, it's easy to put these into either of the deck boxes. I think this one's actually a little bit more full. This is the campaign one. These are some encounters. Boom, we just put the recipe cards in there. Done. Fits easily, fits in, perfect. Yeah, there we go. And then to slip them back in, you just go boom, boom. Oh, I guess I need to be close to the microphone. I'm used to a boom mic. Slip them back in, you go boom, boom. Those are locked in. This didn't change. These are Gale and Figment's unique dice. So they go back in top here. See a little bit of wiggle room, but that's fine. You can see this has got a little bit of lift from Carcass underneath. Actually, is that a combo with the coins? Let's take the coins out. Boom and boom, so things don't slide around. Cooking with Carcass can even fit in on top here. That fits very nicely. We can put your 2 health chips up top there. Honestly, I'm probably just going to throw them away or put them in a different thing. And then finally, the box, rulebook, boom. 3 Gearlocs in 1 box. I am very happy with that. Thank you, Carcass, but you are no longer needed because you have been absorbed into that. I'm really, oh God, that's heavy. Oh, super happy with that, especially if it's on a shelf. You see that there's a bit of box lid lift, but not really because it closes. It's just a rule book that's giving it that extra little push. Super thrilled with that existing like it is. Anyway, that's Too Many Bones Unbreakable. Sorry for this weird setup. Artie's giving me the death stare, as you can see. He's giving me the sleepy stare. That's what he's doing. Thank you so much for watching. This was a lot of fun hanging out and just getting to delve into this. I cannot wait to play it. I'll keep you all posted as to what I think, but like Too Many Bones is one of those games that I'm not a solo player, but I'm like really excited to get this on the table and just have it set up and play a solo game of it. I'm just super excited to chuck some dice, have some fun, and yeah, I really can't wait. So with that, I'm gonna get both myself and Artie some food. Maybe a delicious recipe cooked by Carcass. Get that glare out of the way. Sorry, this place is a friggin' mess. I'm gonna clean up, and yeah, but hopefully that was interesting. If you're still here, hit the like button. At least do that. And let me know what sort of questions, if you have any questions about Unbreakable, I'll do my best to answer it in the review, and I'll return to this before I do it. Anyway, that's it. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. My name is Chris George. I don't have a catchphrase, but I do have 3 Gearlocs in 1 box, baby. And I'm so excited to start playing.